So what I've got in here is a set of RTS Tactical plates that are rated for 3+. Now, if you're familiar with that at all, with armor plates, that should stop all pistol rounds. It should fall short on rifle rounds. But I thought, you know what? Nobody's ever, at least I haven't seen too many videos, if any, where people will shoot these from long range to see what they do. I'm going to shoot this from 600 yards with a 6 Creedmoor, which is my competition gun. I think it's going to punch right through this at 600 yards. Yeah, let's go do it. I'm really curious to see what happens. I've seen all kinds of videos from people shooting them with pistols and shotguns and everything else from up close, like 10 yards, 25 yards, personal defense ranges, but I thought, what if you're wearing your plate armor and there's a sniper on the hill? I mean, we got to know whether these things will stop the bullets, right? So this is my competition gun. It is a Terminus Action 6 Creedmoor, sitting in an MDT ACC chassis, zero comp optic up top. Let's go. Okay, we hit, but that was a little high and right. I'm gonna take a 1/10 off my dope, readjust. There, we center punched it, I think. Let's go down and see what it looks like. So we can see my first shot was up here high. I actually saw this splash on the target from back there and thought that I missed. It did go here, and it stopped that round, which is surprising to me. I thought that thing was going to punch right through. And then I made my wind correction and my elevation correction, and came right down here, and pretty much the center of that plate. It obviously stopped it. That was pretty interesting. All right, guys. So something that I admittedly didn't know, but the guy running the camera is a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Right. So the guy running the camera was like, oh, that's Spalling right there. If it would have hit over here, that guy could be dead. Like, all that would go up into his neck and stuff like that. It makes a really good point about steel versus ceramic plates, and how ceramic plates kind of soak up energy and help disperse it, where a steel plate is just like vibration, right? So like even this hitting center chest, yeah, it stopped the round. But that could break bones from just all that impact being transferred directly to the body. So I don't know, something interesting. But now we're going to move this back to the 500 yard distance, and we're going to shoot it with 308. So let's go do that. All right, you guys, well, as you saw, the 6 Creedmoor did not punch through it at 600 yards. Now, I could just keep moving it in further and further and further until it punches through, but I wanted to test different barrels. And the benefit of this Terminus Action is that it's a switch barrel design. So I've got a 308 barrel here spun up by GA Precision for me for that action. I'm going to put the 308 barrel on, and we're going to smack that plate again at 500 yards. And then we're also going to throw a 223 on there and smack that plate at probably 400 or 300 yards and see what those do as well. The guess is now that it's going to stop all of these. Like, I was surprised that the 6 mil did not punch through that. I thought it would at least deform it. It stopped on the surface, guys. So yeah, interesting. Let's switch the barrels and find out what happens.
Now guys, what you're seeing me do here is just swapping out the Terminus barrel. I didn't have very good audio at one point here, so I decided to just cut it. So basically there's just 2 set screws. You unscrew those, and then the barrel is just hand tightened. It's not torqued on, and so you can just loosen it out, pull it off, put another one on, reset the set screws just, finger tight, and you've got a new caliber. So it really is really simple, and a great feature of the Terminus Zeus actions.
Flat out miss. Let's go back to the plate real quick here.
Okay, so at this point what I'm doing is taking a shot on the plate, you saw the impact there, but it was kind of over to the left side of the plate, and I was like, oh crap, I didn't realize that all is not wind. So what I'm doing right now is I'm measuring between what I thought my hold was and what the wind was, and figuring out the difference between the two so I can hold that over on the plate. So then I take that and I transfer it over to the plate, and I send one here. Impact's high right. So I correct again, and the follow-up shot is here. Better centered up.
Okay, you guys, so this is the 308 at 400 yards. My first shot was right up here, high right again, kind of like I missed high and right on my first shot with the 6 Creed. And it's just tearing this thing up, but reaching in the back here, no deformation whatsoever. And then my correction for height was here, and you can see I was obviously a little bit amateur side on my wind call, but again, no deformation whatsoever. It's ripping all that coating off the plate, that's for sure, but still intact. So stops the 308 then at 400 yards, and I'm gonna go into 300 yards and then 100 yards. Okay guys, I got tired of this. After seeing the 308 fail miserably at 400 yards, I decided, here with my buddy Alan, and he's got a 7mm Sherman short. Leave me some comments below and let me know what you think that 7 SS is gonna do to that body armor plate at 300 yards. And I'm gonna record Alan shooting it. Let's see, let's find out. All right, that had to, I mean, come on. That had to have destroyed the thing, right? Let's go find out. Just gonna let you guys look at it. I mean, that's pretty serious. It's pretty serious damage, but it didn't go through. I thought it would at least deform the plate, that big sucker. But we gotta go into 100 yards. I'm not gonna go any closer, but we're gonna go into 100 yards and I'm gonna smack it with his 7SS again, and we'll see what it does. And if that does nothing, then I'm not going to go to one of my cartridges because they're all smaller and weaker, obviously, but I am curious to see what his does at 100 yards. So let's move it in. Whenever you're ready, brother. What do you think? Do anything?
It's a little shinier than it was before.
Oh, really? All right.
Plate carrier's barely holding on.
All right, well, here we go. It fell off. Carnage. Love it. All right, guys, you can see the damage here. These shiny spots were the 7SS from 100 yards, and it flattened out the plate. I mean, you can see the curve of that plate there versus that big divot in the center. And the 308 was right here at 100 yards. And the plate carrier, yeah, I guess I owe my son a new plate carrier for his airsofting. And this was, again, the 6 Creedmoor from 600 yards. This was the 308 from 400 yards. And then the damage was from that 7SS at 100 yards. Crazy. Hopefully you guys appreciated that video today. Thank you to RTS Tactical for sending the plates. Good plates. They will obviously stop the rounds. I recommend not getting shot at all, and if you do have to get shot, maybe a pistol, you don't want to take one of these to the chest. You'll probably die from all kinds of internal injuries, but let's not talk about that. Let's just have fun with shooting plates. Guys, thanks for watching today. Check out Patreon, please. Consider that. There's a link in the description below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more great videos from Precision Rifle Network.